So I'm at In's Point for another latest update this August. Let's look through them all and see what we find. So I managed to find 3 Marvel figures from the makers Toybiz, and they are pretty rare finds, and I managed to pick them up, which I'll show you at the end of this video. So that was just a quick look inside the In's Point Mall. If you're interested in these types of vlogs and hunts, please check the description for more. So everyone, this is what I picked up from these stores today. So the first thing is a double mini pack of Spider-Man and Dr. Octopus. And it says Web of Steel, made by Toybiz, and this is something I never knew existed. I never really heard of this type of figure, and on the back it does say made in 1995, so it's a pretty old figure. So when I first saw this logo, in particular Spider-Man, I definitely recognized this as the one from the animated cartoon in the 90s, and it's still regarded as one of the best ever animated cartoons ever. And really I just picked up this figure simply for the memories, the nostalgia, and I'll probably keep it in the box as a collection. And it's got some really nice artwork. It's still in good condition. Even though the figures are probably not the best ones you'll see, I think it looks like a really nice collectible to have, especially if you're a fan of this cartoon. So let's take a look on the back of the box. And it does say that you can collect other ones, including a Spider-Man with Carnage, Spider-Man with Venom, Spider-Man with Hobgoblin, and the one you're seeing now with Dr. Octopus. So yeah, it's just a really nice collection to have, and now we can move on to the next figure. Next up, I managed to find a really rare Marvel Legends figure, and it's the Punisher, based on the 2004 movie played by Tom Jane. And I believe this figure was released in 2004. That's probably one of the reasons why they based it on this one. And of course there are many other Punishers in the past, but I thought this one is a really classic look of the Punisher, and I actually really enjoyed the movie as well. So for those of you who've collected Marvel Legends from the very start or from the early 2000s, will know that this is one made by Toybiz. And Toybiz was the company that made Marvel Legends from 2002 to 2006 before Hasbro took over. And you can just tell by the look of this plastic packaging. So once you take this action figure out of the box, you can't really pull it back in like you do with the figures today. And this is what makes the action figure look really vintage, and it's something that I really like. I like it as a collectible, and I may even keep it in the box. So you have the action figure inside with plenty of accessories as well as the Punisher base. But what I really like about these Toybiz Marvel Legends is they included a comic in the past. So every action figure has some sort of comic related to the character, and this one has a Spider-Man one with the Punisher, because I think this is one of his first appearances ever. So it gives it that really vintage look, and I think overall the black colours and yellow, it blends really well. So I might just keep it in the box and use it as a nice collectible to have and display it somewhere with my other vintage figures. And if we take a look on the back, there is a photo of the actor, Tom Jane, and then there's some description of the Punisher. And then we have also the other figures from this line. So it includes Juggernaut, Cable, Wolverine, and this really expensive Deadpool. So of course you can pick them up as well, but they're probably quite hard to find now. And in the past I have picked up some other Toybiz Marvel Legends. I have opened them, but maybe I'll just keep this one in the box. And the final figure I picked up today is another classic rare Marvel Legends, and it's the first appearance of Spider-Man. Again, it's another classic vintage by Toybiz, as you can tell from the packaging, and this was made in 2005. And I'll probably keep this in the box because it's such a classic look of the friendly neighborhood superhero. So it's basically the look of Spider-Man when he first appeared in the comics. So he has the webbings on the back. It's also got the red color as well as the navy/black. And this suit even inspired the latest one in the Far From Home movie. So it's such a classic figure to have, and I'll most likely keep it in the box. And what I really like about these old action figures by Toybiz is that they included a comic book. And I believe that this is the first ever comic book of Spider-Man. Obviously it's not the actual one, but it's the same cover. I can kind of show you on the side, that's how it looks like. And I'm not sure if I'll ever able to read it because I probably won't open this figure. It's got a 32-page comic book, 42 points of articulation, and it's a builder figure for Sentinel. You also get the top half of him. So even if you take it out of the box, you can essentially use it as a battle damaged Sentinel. And it also includes a stand for Spider-Man. And I actually picked this up for a very hefty price of 800 Hong Kong dollars, which is around 100 US dollars, which is pretty expensive for a figure like this. And if we take a look on the back, just like all the other Marvel Legends, we have a photo with some stats, also a description of Spider-Man, and also the other ones to collect to build Sentinel. So it includes Cyclops, Angel, Mystique, Omega Red, Black Panther, and Mr. Sinister. I think that's about it for today, so hope you enjoyed the full vlog today, and you can check out my channel for more videos. Thanks for watching.